What's up, guys? It's Jay, MorninAfterKill, and the other day, our good old pal Schiller6 posted a video in which he was finally growing a pair, stepping up and saying that Borderlands 4 needs raid bosses at launch if it's gonna have any chance of bringing the community back. Even going as far as acknowledging the Borderlands 3 lack of raid bosses at launch, which led to a large exodus of players. And that criticism is warranted, albeit a tad bit late, considering that Borderlands 3's life cycle is years past, but it's nice to hear something coming from his channel other than the sounds of him gagging on Randy's plastic. However, when running down the bosses of the previous game, he mentioned that Crawmerax is a pimple-poppin' simulator.
It became personal with me.
If you were to compare Crawmerax to Deciduous, you'd see that Dexy is the real pimple-poppin' simulator in the Borderlands franchise. Like, literally, you can die to Deciduous over and over again, and his health won't reset. There is no failure when it comes to Dexy. But Crawmerax? Crawmerax can send your ass back to the new U station in many and plenty of ways. So today, I wanted to break down and show you why Crawmerax is Gearbox's best designed raid boss in the Borderlands franchise. Now, before you even get a chance to talk about fighting Craw or his minions, we have to take a look at his arena. Because his arena is the first layer to the fight design, giving you a large oval arena split in the middle with two main structures that you can use for cover and kiting Crawmerax around to get a good shot at one of his crit spots. One of the arena leads straight into a death pit. The other traps you with your back against the wall, each with their own risks throughout the fight. And couple that with the fact that Craw can spawn anywhere on the map, forcing you to fight on a side of the arena that you're not comfortable with, makes for one of the deadliest fights in the franchise. Now, you layer on top of that his minions, which not only have more health than one of Craw's actual crit spots, they also have extreme damage reduction to every element except their corresponding damage type. And each of which these minions have their own attacks that you need to watch out for. And Crawmerax will always have 3 minions spawned at all times. And to add another layer to the frustration, the minion spawns are random. So knowing what each Crawworm's attacks are, and what they're capable of, and what element they're weak to is key to success during the Crawmerax fight. And finally, you have the last layer to the fight, Crawmerax, who himself isn't really the toughest of bosses. especially if you bring Lilith or Brick with a double anarchy, effectively just becoming a walking wall of bullets that you spam at Crawl's crit spots. But for characters like Roland and Mordecai, hitting his crit spots require a bit more finesse, especially considering that his big-ass fin can block your shots. But the biggest challenge in the Crawmerax fight is that he is the first enemy in Borderlands history and the only enemy in Borderlands 1 that will hit you hard enough to bring you down the health gate in one shot, requiring you to also focus a portion of your gear and build for healing as well. Now, other Borderlands games feature weapons that you can crutch on for pretty much instant healing during a boss fight. Borderlands 1, not so much. Your healing options in Borderlands 1 are a little bit more limited. So, when fighting Crawmerax one-on-one, legitimately, it requires that your build and gear to be synergized for both damage and healing, focusing on staying away from Crawmerax's main attacks and triggering kill skills from his minions, which will stop Crawl's main attacks, forcing him to use his cry for help, spawning more mobs into the arena, and during so will give you a quick damage and DPS phase against Crawmerax while he's spawning his minions and not attacking. And you're doing this all while trying to keep Crawmerax and his minions from trapping you in a corner or throwing you off the edge, giving you a fight that's fun, engaging, and challenging without using cheap mechanics like unavoidable novas and immunity phases to drag the fight out further. And that is why Crawmerax is Gearbox's best designed fight in the series. So, my name is Jay. MorninAfterKill. I want to thank you guys for watching. Make sure you guys rate, comment, subscribe. If you leave a thumb up on the video, I'd highly appreciate it because it gives me motivation to make more videos for y'all motherfuckers that watch my motherfucking videos. Now, I want people to realize there is a big difference between favorite boss fight and best designed boss fight. Now, while Crawmerax might not be everyone's favorite fight, once you understand the mechanics of the fight and you look at all the layers that go into making Crawmerax a pinnacle boss at the end of the game, you'll realize that other boss fights like Vermi, Terra, Vora, Hyperius, they're all just big walking slabs of health that you DPS race to the finish. And the Borderlands 3 raid bosses, you activate an anointment or two, shoot them 2 or 3 times, and then they go immune, during which you mob phase until you can damage them again. Personally, I'll take a Crawmerax fight over top that style of boss fight any day of the week. But what do you think is the best designed raid boss in the Borderlands franchise? And also, if it's not one and the same, which is your favorite? Tell me in the comment section down below. My name's Jay, MorninAfterKill. Thanks for watching, and I'm gonna see y'all motherfuckers later. Ugh.